top tier. I also think I have the exact outfit she was wearing in the challenge, which I love to see.
Which means she bought it off a website.
Yeah, do you not sit there and watch them and go, "Oh, I've got that. I've got that."
Oh, I don't buy off websites, so no. Hello Divas, I am Cherry West, the Red Berry of Edinburgh, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Red Berry Reviews. Girl, we're back reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 6, Episode 5. I can't believe how fast this season's going, and I'm not complaining because I want it off my screen. No, I'm only joking. I do love this cast. This is like one of the strongest seasons of Drag Race UK, and I love it. Anyway, joining me this week, we couldn't get a Ru girl because they're all so busy, so we had to get the shittest queen on the internet. Anyway, this week, because it's an interview challenge, it's a talk show, I was like, girl, we need to get the queen of the screen, the TikTok diva who talks to herself in her room. It's the one and only Rude Velvet.
I mean, I would ace this challenge, wouldn't I? Because you're kind of my Graham Norton right now.
I am. I would love this challenge. I would win this in seconds.
I think we would both do really well on it.
Yeah.
Because we can talk shit.
I was going to say, we also can talk for the whole world. Anyway, you look absolutely gorgeous. Look at us both vibing in pink.
I know, I think I look like your mum right now.
Yeah, and I look very old, but like, it's kind of fierce.
It's because it's vintage. You've got a vintage look about you.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very different. And I'm wearing velvet to represent Rude Velvet.
It's more velvet than I've got on. Although you can't see my panties. Maybe they're velvet.
What, the Batman ones?
Shush, don't tell.
Anyway, how are you doing? Are you loving this cast of Drag Race? What's your thoughts? Give us the tea.
I'm absolutely loving this season. I love when a season is loaded with talented people. Well, we were discussing the backstage tea before we started filming, when you cannot tell who is going to make the final. Apparently, I can't, when you can't tell.
Oh.
Maybe I'm just a better judge than the judges.
So who's standouts for you from the get-go? Who are you loving? Who are you not liking? We need to hear the tea, Miss Rude Velvet. Come on.
Who am I not liking? Well, of course, I'm loving Lil, okay?
Yeah.
Lil has an aesthetic, a voice, a perspective. I wrote notes. I did write notes, and I wrote for Lil that I love that she was wearing velvet in this one, but I fucking hate centipedes. She had that purple velvet with the centipedes on. That was a no from me, only because it had the centipedes. Otherwise, top tier. I also think I have the exact outfit she was wearing in the challenge, which I love to see.
Which means she bought it off a website.
Yeah, do you not sit there and watch them and go, "Oh, I've got that. I've got that."
Oh, I don't buy off websites, so no.
Well, I don't. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Maybe I can sit there and it's like a freaking shopping list. It's like my Amazon account.
No, there's some stuff that I do, like, obviously, that I have seen other people wear that's like, oh, they've got that. That's embarrassing that they're on Drag Race wearing ASOS.
If it looks good, it looks good.
Yeah. So why do you buy it?
It's cheap.
So your standouts are Lil. Who are you not vibing with? Who are you like?
So whenever I watch Drag Race, it's always the people that are nasty or mean. I just got no time for it. Obviously, in this one, we've got actually a bit of a yin and yang situation. We've got Charity, who is like the most optimistic Paddington Bear you could ever bloody have. And then you've got Chanel O'Connor, who is the evil queen. And I feel like she's about to turn into like the wicked old crone as well. Like, it's building up a bit. Really? Do you not see that?
Yeah.
There's sort of a villain storyline happening here where she keeps getting told she talks too much, and then she justifies talking too much by talking too much.
I felt for her on that one because I've always been told, like, I talk so much. And then I could see herself, we'll obviously talk about this later, but I could see herself crumbling, thinking whether or not she was talking too much. And I've been there before, so I know how it felt. But I think, I understand, like, sometimes I don't like the villains, but I'm not gonna lie, if she wasn't being a villain, that season would be boring as fuck.
I completely agree with you. We need some bitchiness. We need some shade.
Let's get straight into the episode. So there's a mini challenge, and the mini challenge is you sit on the chair, which is similar to Graham Norton's thing where you like pull. I don't know if have you watched the show yet, obviously, because you're like old.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
So what would your joke have been? Make me laugh.
Oh god, make you laugh. That's awkward, isn't it? I just made you laugh. You laugh.
No, that doesn't count. I laugh at anything.
The thing on Graham Norton, they have to tell like a story to get the laugh. On this, they were like, knock knock, who's there? Like Doctor Who.
That's what it was giving. Although I was watching a video and they actually did like several different jokes. The producers picked what one was. Yeah.
Oh, what? And they picked the shittest.
Well, clearly.
The funniest thing is when they laugh at their own joke.
That'd be me.
Like, what was Marmalade about a busty crustacean? And her laugh.
Oh my god.
Ah, 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 ah.
And Kiki Snatch won, which means she got to pick the groups. Now, she was so stupid. Why would you put yourself with Lavoie if you can't hold yourself to the same as Lavoie?
Do you think Kiki was thinking, I want a winning team. I'm going to pick the people I think are strongest. She didn't even think about her own potential in the group.
I think that makes sense. Like, I would put myself with the people that are shit, so then you stand out.
Mm-hmm. Or the people that are really different to you.
Well, yeah.
So, like, yeah. That's me being nice and you saying shit and me going, no, just different. Just different.
Oh, yeah, just different. Moving on to our first queen on the runway category is How's Your Headpiece? And we have Octavia.
Octavia's look, I really loved it. The headpiece, a bit too floppy. When she moved, it flopped about. I love this idea of branding it. I felt like this outfit would have been better for New Romantic. This gives to me like Blitz Club, Blitz Kid look. The silhouette was stunning. I like how she did her makeup and it stood apart from everybody else, which I always look for on a runway. So Octavia, she did it for me.
Do you know what? I actually agree. Like, the first few runways that Octavia did, I wasn't really like, oh, where's this one? One, I love the branding. You know, I'm the branding queen. I think this is one of my favourite looks Octavia's done. I said this last week, but girl, I'm loving the runways. Like, she's stepping it up. I love that she's done like a puffer, poofy thing. And the hat, she did actually say on Instagram that the hat was the wrong way round. So I think that's maybe why it was floppy.
I'm trying to think of the A. To us, it was the correct way round, wasn't it? Because it read as an A.
Well, she said something that was like the wrong way or something.
Okay. She's bullshitting. Octavia was shit in the challenge. That's my opinion on Octavia in the challenge.
Oh my god, Red Velvet! You're really sticking up to your neck.
She didn't know when to shut up.
Yes, that's true. I think her yeah. I liked her outfit though. Her suit was cute. It was giving.
Mm.
You know? Oh my god! Ah!
I think the only person who wore something in that challenge that I thought someone would wear on Graham Norton was Kiron. Because you want... Pardon?
I like Lavoie's. And Chanel's. I liked a lot of the looks, actually.
I feel like if you're going on Graham Norton, you want something that's going to get you in the paper the next day. And Kiron's was the only thing serving actual, like, look.
Moving on to our next queen, we have Red Velvet's favourite. It's Charity.
Charity is not going to let me hear the end of that when she sees this. She's my favourite. Charity. Let me look at my notes. It was the gumball machine.
This was incredible. Charity, I was gagged. She's blown us away every single time.
Yes, I think this was like the best look she's shown us. It still fits her story. It's still that primary red, but all the other colours, it was well made and shaped and crafted.
I love this look. I think this is so fierce for Charity. The colours still on brand for her, and it's so different for a How's Your Headpiece. She did a gumball machine. Who the hell would think of that? Like, what? In the challenge, I think she was the best in the group.
Yes. Do you think they filmed them telling 2 stories each or something? Because Charity actually told 2 stories. Nobody else did.
Well, I think maybe they just had a longer conversation and it just got cut down.
Okay. But I can see you on that.
They just like asked more questions, but obviously they only put, because it's only like an hour episode. I just think Charity's performance was very safe. It was good, but it's just because her group was quite mid. Moving on to our next queen category is How's Your Headpiece? And it's Kiki Snatch. Okay, so this runway first is the best runway Kiki's had because her runways have been...
diabolical.
You said it, not me.
I'm not coming across well in this episode, Cherry. I'm going to have to start being nice. Kiki's runway was absolutely gorgeous. The best thing I have ever seen. Absolute angel. Lovely, lovely.
No, okay, but this one was gorgeous.
Well, it's meant to be a biblical angel, isn't it?
What's
It's an outfit of two halves. If she'd have gone all feather with the feathers on the top, it would have been like sleigh. But it doesn't quite relate to each other.
Yeah. I think like I love them separately, but together I just don't think it works.
Oh, I don't hate it. And she always gives a beautiful shape.
In the challenge, Kiki, um, they gave her critique that it didn't seem like she was being herself, or they said something, and Tamara and Tace were saying that no, that's actually how Kiki is, which is why she got a bit reveled up in the Untucked. So that's a shame.
Sort of like what she did with the Julia Roberts character, she's done again. But I find when they say that someone's not being themselves, that is such a horrible critique because they don't know these people,
Yeah.
and that could really play on someone's mind. And I know people like Kiki that are like full of energy and they say what they feel and they've got maybe because of her heritage, she's got just a different way of phrasing it than, a normal British person that would just like, "Oh, I was raised on the streets of London like that."
Anyway, moving on to our next queen. Category is How's Your Headpiece? And we have Kiron Frax. This runway, you never know what to expect with Kiron, and it's absolutely crazy.
hmm I just it just sticks in your head. It was giving like amorphous blob of biology growing in a dish somewhere that's climbed out.
Yeah.
I felt some of the faces looked a bit like King Charles, but we'll get over that.
Okay.
And it was so weird that you can't help but love it.
I agree. I think it's amazing. This was really cool. All her runways, I just genuinely like don't know what's gonna come out of Kiron, and that sounds wrong. It's crazy. In the challenge, as you said, she looked very cool. It was very standout-ish from her group. Um, I'm trying to think. None of her stories particularly stood out to me.
No, she told a story about hiding potato smiley faces under the sofa.
Yeah, it wasn't really funny.
I was like, that's the story that got picked. However, she'd had a moment previously in the episode, hadn't she, where she opened up about what had happened in her personal life, and that was like a really touching moment.
Yeah.
So perhaps they edited in the levity, the brightness about moldy potato faces, just so it wasn't so heavy on Chiron.
Yeah, and it was really nice because you always expect like the stories like that to be for a queen that goes home. Do you know what I mean?
hmm
So it was nice to see like them opening up, but not go home. So that was nice. Period. Moving on to our next frontrunner, we have Lavoie. Category is How's Your Headpiece?
I wrote down Lavoie is the Sasha Colby of UK drag. Is what I wrote down. The way your face just turned. Do you need me to explain? I felt when she turned the corner in this look, she was presenting something that was historically drag. Like
Yeah,
Sasha Colby would present something, that referenced part of drag history,
yeah,
and that's what Lavoie is doing here. It's a different, like, it's a camp bit of British drag history, but that's what she's doing.
yeah. Okay. No, I agree in some sense. Like the obviously bringing the history parts to it. In the challenge, I loved Lavoie's like the light blue suit with the red wig. I loved that.
Cute. Is she going to wear another color other than red ever? Is it
Well,
always going to be a red wig? A red wig and a silver dress? I don't think so, Vivian. Is it going to be that?
I mean, branding.
It is branding, and she even had a little red kiss curl in her runway look.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
if the only thing I can read her for is wearing a red wig, then she's doing amazing.
that's true. Although you don't say like a lot of people when queens are like wearing a specific color, they don't go like, well, why is she always wearing blonde? It's always a color. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's never the naturals. It's always the brides.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll take that. I take that. What I said. You convinced me. Challenge was literally handed to her on a plate. They were like, "How can Lavoie win? Oh yeah, just get her to talk."
Like she'd just kill it. She does interviews anyway. She literally has been on like. I'm surprised she's not been on Graham Norton. She's been on Lorraine this
Yeah.
morning. She's been on. Moving on to our next queen, we have Lil. Category is How's Your Headpiece? Now you did mention earlier that you loved this because it was velvet.
Mm-hmm. Very true to my character.
Yes, you got to stay on the brand, baby. I don't know. I think it was nice. The headpiece kind of squashed her in a bit, but I guess that was the point, innit?
Yes, there was. I saw the Scaparelli. I hope I'm saying that correct, because I often look at Scaparelli thinking, God, that's easy to copy, because it's usually just a plain outfit with gold accessories on top. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that what she's doing is plain here, because it looked really cute on her. It was really well suited to her body shape, and the headpiece was extra. But you know, there's like that vibe of simplicity
Yeah.
with a little bit of extra, but it worked.
But it was nice seeing the gold and purple really works well together. It was very rich, very I liked it. In the interview challenge, Lil did quite well. I thought like the little part she was very calm, but like I love that she's like the little one comments are really funny.
Yes, it was so authentic to who she is or what we've seen in the workroom. And you know, it was also fun that she told this story that was sort of it went somewhere. She got bit by a pig and then she got stigmata, which was like totally out of the blue. And
I
it
don't know
feels like she
what it is.
when Jesus got put on the cross
Oh
and he
right.
got the nails through his hands, the hole is called the stigmata.
Oh.
So that's why it's funny she went into her Catholic school the next day and was like,
I just laughed and I didn't even know what she was on about. I love it. Moving on to our next queen, we have Marmalade.
mm, mm, mm. Now, Marmalade on the runway never fails. Marmalade delivers every single time. Every look is a piece, it's a work of art. This was sort of like Flash Gordon. Have you seen Flash Gordon? I'll throw out a reference. It's this old sci-fi movie, very inspired by Asian fashion, like the Emperor of the Universe. It was giving like Empress of the Universe vibes to me.
Right, okay, that's cool, that's cool. I yeah, this was really cool. It was nice. Marmalade is insane. I don't understand how she makes everything and it doesn't even look like it's made because some queens can sew and it looks like they've made it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Yes.
Marmalade, it looks absolutely incredible. Um, and then this week in the challenge, I think she did okay. I think she held herself quite well. And she is quite funny in confessionals. I feel like that's not really talked about enough. I think Marmalade is quite funny. Um, and I think overall, yeah, it was okay. It was good.
Do you think it did feel slightly rehearsed, like she knew exactly what she was going to say, but she did say she'd been dreaming of her Graham Norton interview forever.
That's true. I mean, I've been dreaming about Drag Race, and I hope that doesn't look like it's been rehearsed.
I hope it bloody does. I hope you know what you're going to bloody do.
I do actually, you know.
Okay. Well, you can't do that now. You've told everyone.
It's not going in the edit. I'm not putting it in the edit.
I'll tell everyone.
Shut up. But yes, Marmalade. I think the interview, yeah, it was decent. It was good. I think she did well, and I'm excited to see what she does next.
Yes. Love Lil.
That was for Marmalade.
I like Marmalade too. Leave that in. Love Lil. That was for Marmalade. I'm still thinking about Lil.
I don't know why. We have Release of Slaves. Now this was drag. This was, oh, I love it.
We must be like two opposite sides of the coin because I looked at this and I wrote down bodysuit question mark.
Okay, but there was like feathers.
There were feathers.
This was like, I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but it was giving like carnival, it was giving festival vibes. I thought it was good. I think it was nice. I thought she looked good.
I mean, by no means am I saying she looked bad. Obviously, the color looked amazing and it was all like, well crafted. I, I just compare to how we just gone from Marmalade, who looks like she was in a tinfoil explosion, and also I thought she was Lil, but she was in a tinfoil explosion, and then Relisa, but she looks great. Don't get me wrong. I preferred what she wore in the challenge.
I don't
That
mind.
isn't a headpiece outfit, but I preferred what she was wearing in the challenge. She knew exactly what to say. She even referenced read the small print from Charity's story that she told. Charity was like, always read the small print, and then Relisa at the end of hers was like, he got a boner. Always read the small print. Like
I didn't
she
notice
was
that.
so in the moment, yeah.
That's fierce. I think she did really well. I love Release's vibe. I think it's such like a.
It's a breath of fresh air. She's not like
I was
uppity
gonna,
and
yeah, I was gonna say it's a breath fresher, but like I didn't know if it was, so I didn't say that. Moving on to Rude Velvet's least favorite queen of the cast, Chanel O'Connor. You don't have to worry because she doesn't watch these. I asked her.
Oh, that's all right. She looked like a fucking troll doll. Like someone had grabbed the troll doll, brushed the hair the wrong way, swung it around. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I like what she wore on the runway. It was so well fitted, and the shape of the shoulders that mine are deflating because I haven't talked about Charity enough to get them erect. They're just like
What? Sorry. Do you fancy Charity?
No, it's a little running joke
With who?
with myself.
Nah. That was funny.
I'm building a narrative here. I felt like the shape it had, the shoulders, and then it curved at the bottom. I really like the shape of it, and the buttons on. The headpiece was beautiful. Her hair is always sculpted. Like, who does her hair? I need to know.
It's Wigs by Sire.
Wigs by Sire, who is in the house with Ellis Atlantis, I believe.
Well, Chanel's in that technically too.
Yeah. Oh, is she?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to tell from her makeup.
That's true. I do like this. I love Chanel in a black outfit. She looks gorgeous. She did like black for press. I think it was the Attitude Awards, and she looked so good. I love it. Like black velvet with a ginger wig is gorgeous. I do like that.
It's very classy, very timeless.
Yes. In the talk show, I liked Chanel's look. I know you mentioned that you didn't like some of the Queen's looks, but I liked Chanel's. So we have got a new feature on Red Bear Reviews to spice things up a bit, and we're going to do, for the best look on the runway this week, we're going to give a cherry on top, and then for the least, or our least favourite, we're going to give a cherry sour. So, Red Velvet, who would you give cherry on top of the week?
My cherry on top goes to Marmalade.
Really?
Yes, this tinfoil terror can terrorise me any day.
Right. Well, she wants to go down that yellow brick road with the Tin Man. I love it. I think my cherry on top this week would be Lavoie. I think Lavoie gave headpiece, she gave drag, she gave fierce drag jewels, and I love that. I would give her the cherry on top. Now, who would you give your cherry sour?
My cherry sour is going to, please do not hate me, Relisa.
What the fuck?
I just didn't vibe with the bodysuit moment. It's not as good as her other. I feel if she wore something better in the challenge than she did on the runway, and that just by comparison made it not as good for me.
I think I'm gonna have to say I think Relisa's was better than Kiki's. I think Kiki's looked gorgeous. It just was mixed. It looked like she took one part of an outfit and then one part. Do you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna have to say Kiki, but I love them all. I'm in my congenial era, so I love them all. Live, laugh, drag. So Red Velvet, before we come to the end of our review of Drag Race UK Season 6, who are you wanting to win? Who are you rooting for? What's the vibes? Come on, tell us.
I need Charity to win a freaking challenge.
Yeah.
That must be in her stars at some point. Yes?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something then. I thought you were going to be like,
no.
nope.
I was going to ask, did you watch the review with me and Charity?
No.
Oh, fuck you then.
Well, I can't say yes because everyone thinks I fancy Charity now. For me, the front runner, the person that I think I would like to see win is Relisa. I know I just said she didn't get my cherry on top this week for the runway, but her personality, her vibe, everything else she's presenting to me, winner material.
Okay, I love that. I like to see that. I like that. It's a different approach. I think Relisa could snatch the crown. I think she's so incredibly talented in what she does. She's got the personality, she's got the looks. But yes, I'm excited to see what happens next week. It's going to be very fun. And thank you so much for coming on and reviewing the interview episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 6.
And thank you for inviting me. And I'm so glad we got to pop all these cherries on top of the runways.
Red Velvet, what is next for you? What can we expect? Where can we find you? Give us everything.
Well, I'm most active on TikTok, which I'm assuming most people who will have wanted to watch me on this will have come from, darlings, at Rude Velvet. I'm on Instagram, Velvet Rude. I think it's the opposite way around. I'm also starting on YouTube. I'm doing some like reaction content, watching people cook horrible food because I am a fatty boom boom and I love to watch people eat food.
Well, you said it, not me. No, I'm kidding. And make sure to follow me on all social medias at Cherry West UK. Grab my merch at www.cherrywest.co.uk. And if you use code Cherry10, you can get 10% off. So make sure to go do that because why would you not want the merch, bitch? Bye!